Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, part 3 in this series. I was having a little bit of trouble uh, lining it up when I rotate it because it's a weird looking object. And then this morning I thought, so if you didn't watch parts 1 and 2, you need to watch them. If you will first start off with your triangle and make a copy of that triangle and put it anywhere and just keep it. Then when you design your first piece that comes out of here, if you will grab that corner and snap to, and that way you make sure it fits in your spot. See, I'm a little bit off, and whoop, because really, well, let me just move it down here. There we go, we're perfect. Now, I'm gonna nudge that out of the way, and I'm gonna find the true center of this triangle. So to do that, just take a 2-point line and go down to where it says midpoint, and then go across that node. Then go up here to midpoint and put it on that node, and then go to midpoint and go up. And as long as those 3 lines are intersecting, you're in the center. So then you could take this and have it snap to there. I'm gonna have to zoom in. And this would be easier if it was a line instead of a fill, but we can get it done. Well, maybe not. Tell you what, let's left click, right click, and you'll see how much, let's make it red, and you'll see how much easier, you know what, it might be easier if this line wasn't here. So for just a second, I'm gonna nudge that one line out of there, and I'm gonna have it snap right to it with snap tool on. I don't really need this other line because I've got the intersection right there, but we'll put it there. And then once you've got that, take this line and nudge out of the way and do your coloration. You know, to test it, I would just make them both green and nudge it. I'm going to take away the outline and nudge it right back, and then Control D and click on the X and move the rotation to the true center and rotate at 120 degrees, and we'll make it blue, and then Control D and we'll make it red, and you can see that they match perfectly. So once you tested that out and you know it's going to work, then you could do your fancy, I want to make sure I've just got one copy, and I do have 2. So I'm going to take this one away for a second. I'm going to use my interactive fill tool on this, and I'm going to get, and I think we did darkness down to here. Okay, I've got it grouped together, so that won't work. So I've got to take it, and I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to fill in each part. You know what? I'm going to use a completely different color. I used blue. I don't think I did orange. So I'm going to fill that in with orange and that in with orange. I'm going to select. I always go and pick it with the pick tool, because the interactive fill tool will just kind of, they don't know where you're wanting to fill. So let's put that darkness there, and that's a little bit too dark. And then you could grab it with your interactive fill tool, but sometimes it's safer to get it with your pick tool. But see, this way, I think it makes that edge, distinct edge. So now take it, and what I should do, I should group this together now. I'm going to move it out of the way, and then I'm going to group this together, and I'm nudging the whole time, so I'm not moving it. It's right where it needs to be. So then I'm going to Control D and double click on the rotation and put it on that intersection and rotate it 120 degrees, Control D. And then the reason I group this is now I can move it out of the way. And it'll really, especially with the dark tips, it'll really show off when we do I don't know what I was trying to do. Oh, I didn't make it black. And then go Object, Order, back a page. And it just makes It makes it look more three-dimensional and it's perfect. Anyway, so if you follow along trying to make that, I hope this video helped and thank you for watching.